right, you guys, let's get started. I'm Sonia G. This is the MoonBabes Monday Night Live. Welcome. This is super high energy this week. We're going to talk about the new moon in Libra, which is happening tonight, and we're going to talk about Venus retrograde. And there's just a lot going on. There's a lot going on. And we're also going to talk about these codes that are coming in. If you guys follow my story, you have seen that there are some codes coming in. And I'm seeing your guys' messages. I'm seeing you from Argentina. You guys are all over. I love that I feel like we hold the whole world around here. So, yes. Do I know anything about the 10th? Well, considering that it's the month of October and it's 10 and then it's 10, there's always something that happens on that day. So when it's 10-10, it just carries the numeric vibration. So it will definitely be a powerful day. I haven't looked at the astrology, but this is what I can tell you about what's going on, you guys. So we are starting a new cycle right now with a very powerful new moon, which is in Libra. Libra is the sign of balance. It's a sign of the scales. It's a sign of weighing things out and kind of seeing things from a different perspective when they don't balance. But it's also a sign that's like the judge, right? The scales and the right and the wrong. So now, keep in mind that Libra is ruled by Venus, and Venus is retrograde. And currently, Venus is in a fight with Mars because in the skies they're squaring. And so what happens is when they're in opposition, we feel that. Technically, that's happening tomorrow, but we're already kind of feeling that energy. So that's why we kind of have a lot going on, right? So I know it's funny, you guys, but this is kind of what's happening. So Venus, who rules love, who rules our emotion, is in the sign of Scorpio, which is all about the depth and the secrets and the passion and the very hidden things and unearthing all the stuff that's coming out. Scorpio is very black and white. But then Libra, the sign of Libra, is saying, you know, weigh things out. So we kind of have this tendency right now, or feeling like, oh my gosh, it's like I'm gonna die kind of a feeling. It's black or white, but then we get super confused and we want to just like tune out and be like, whatever, I don't understand what's going on, and just kind of take a break. Make sure that you do take a break before you make rash decisions. This is not the time to make rash decisions in this new moon. It's good to take new intentions on and to kind of set your sights for the long run. So imagine starting a really long new cycle per se, and things are actually going to start manifesting and coming in here in the next little while, because Mars has also been in shadow period, and it's going to start going direct in a couple of days. I think it's tomorrow or the next day. So we're actually going to feel that shift forward. But remember, Mars, the planet of action, is in a square opposition fighting with Venus, the planet of love. This is like male and female power coming into conflict. You guys see how that's playing out in the world right now? And for women, with the way that all the astrology is happening, it feels like we are emotional, and this is affecting like the female in all of us. So really, it doesn't really matter if you're male or female, but women are going to feel it more so. It's going to feel like we're on our period for the next like couple of weeks for Venus retrograde. Like, it's just very emotional when you feel your emotions intensely, and there's just a lot that needs to be reevaluated. And we do have a tendency to be black or white, again, because of this situation with Mars and Venus. So just know that and breathe, okay? A lot is coming up also because since right now we don't really get a break in this ascension period of time, we're also getting bombarded. We've had a sun portal. So we've had new activation codes come in from the sun. If you stare at the sun, or if you take pictures, or if you look at it, especially at sunset, you can see that there's like a ring around the sun, and it's cosmic rays. It looks different. If you actually pay attention, you can see it. And these are activation codes that are coming in. Believe it or not, when we go, if you've ever astral traveled with me, right, and we go project our consciousness into the dimensions that feel amazing outside of our current 3D world, and we go up beyond 5D, we go all the way up to 12D, and when we go to the great central sun, when at the beginning of time, I'm taking you for like a story right now, but at the beginning of time, when we decided to incarnate on this planet, everybody had to come through the portal of the sun. That's where you get our encoding for what happens for this planet. Basically, that's kind of where you get your information in your cells and your DNA that gets you onto this life. So we all had to come through energetically the sun portal, right? That's why throughout history there's sun gazing temples. The sun has been worshipped because it carries this very important vibration of our soul and of our cosmic, it's like our identity and the collective consciousness too. So we're getting hit with that right now. And that's why when we have solar flares, right, everybody who's a light worker is like, oh my gosh, and the energy gets super intense. So it's just, you feel it. So it comes from the sun. Obviously, we're, everything in the cosmos is connected to us. It's not just one thing. We're just, it's not like we're ruled by anything, but just everything happens together and everything affects everything else. So that's what's happening. So that there's a lot to process. So we're basically getting these new light codes in, getting these new upgrades, these new DNA activations where we're waking up to things like our worth, our value, getting through clearing any kind of stuff that we don't want, like clearing trauma, clearing the past. Karma is coming back around. So this is like a karmic cycle. In fact, the Babylonians back in the days believed that when Venus went into the darkness, which means Venus is retrograde like it is right now, because you don't see it in the night sky. So it falls into the darkness. That's what they used to call it. And it's dark for 40 days, okay? The 40 days and 40 nights. When that happens in Babylonian times, they would say that that was a time of karmic revenge. Like karma would just unravel because the goddess of love and the planet of love was, not looking in the night sky, or it just wasn't gracing them at that time. So, the point of that is that karma's getting worked out. There's always significance in these old teachings and old sayings. So when you start really looking at it, you're like, they were on to a lot of things, right? So we're feeling it. We're unraveling things. We're working out karmic contracts, karmic situations, karmic release, a lot of karmic trauma. You can see it in the world, at large right now with all of the trials and things that are happening, which I'm not really watching, so I don't know much about it, but I know that it's happening. So I get my news. I get angel news, you guys. That's how I know what's going on. So we are recalibrating everything about love. So just know that it's an inner journey. It's really like a recalibration journey. It's a journey of resetting. There's things to let go and there's new things to call in. And no matter what's happening, you always need to remember this is about claiming your power, standing in your truth. So when the energies are coming at you and you feel like the energies are trying to you just feel weighed down, you feel the headaches, you feel the tiredness, you feel all these things, it's because you need to integrate them. So if you're not integrating them, it's like they're going to keep pushing at your door. They're going to keep knocking on you. So do things to integrate the energies. Do things to bring them in. Do things to receive these light codes with these downloads and this energy. And if you feel the waves, if you feel the pulsating of the energy, that's what you're feeling. You're getting like packages of information from the universe that need to be integrated. And when you don't want to integrate them, then you're choosing to do it in the long run, which is usually the harder road. So stop, pause, take a minute, and integrate. That's the route you want to take. At least that's the route I want to take. In fact, I teach a whole course on it, which is called the Sacred Chakras Journey. And it's a digital course, which is live right now. And it's amazing because I teach you how to get on top of these frequencies so that you don't have to have all the painful physical symptoms. So if you want to check that out, you can go to moonbabetribe.com or click the link in my bio, which is under at MoonBabes and the Light Tribe. So it's called the Sacred Chakras Journey. It is amazing. Another thing that I teach you in that course, thank you, Dana says, I love it. Yay. Another thing that I teach you in that course, you guys, is how to connect to your angels. Angels, super important right now to chat with when it comes to support, because it's kind of a time where you don't really know where to get your information from. There's a lot of misinformation out there on any social media, online in general, because a lot of people are starting to wake up to like something more is going on, and they're starting to speak up. However, they don't know how to work with energy yet. They don't know how to protect things. They don't know how to screen things. They don't know how to filter. And they may be working with entities that are not necessarily of the highest truth and light and serving the divine plan. So, be careful of that. And the way that you know is by developing your own intuition, talking to your own guardian angels, getting to know them like they're your invisible buddies, like when you were a kid. Moon Maid, I am here for it. I have had a migraine for months. Okay, so that's what you're feeling. And so what you need to do is you need to pull in the frequency. It's like the frequency is knocking on your skull, right? And you feel the pushing and the pushing and the pushing. So the other day, I had a huge migraine. And when it happens, I already know something's going on. So you have to just take some time, and it takes a minute to figure out what was happening. And whenever I do get that way and I feel it and I'm like, okay, something's going on, then you tune in, and then you have to find your center. You have to take time to meditate. I connect to my guides, I connect to my team, I connect to my chakra pillar, I connect to my highest self, and I figure it out. When I do, I generally tell you guys. So if you follow my stories, you see that I'll tell you, hey, we're receiving an upgrade. This is what you want to do. This is kind of what's happening. So I do my best to keep you in the loop with this stuff, because it is kind of crazy out there. But I had to integrate a strand of DNA. We're all integrating, we're activating parts of our DNA that have been dormant, much like we're awakening our pineal gland, which is our intuition. And there's a lot being said about the decalcification of our pineal gland, right? We're also upgrading our DNA. So you really do have to take the time to figure out what is happening. Dana says, I'll meditate with you tomorrow morning. Yay! So lucky to be a part of the Sacred Chakras journey. Have forever access to your meditations. That's true. Thank you, Dana. It's true. So we do have, in the Sacred Chakras journey, I have different meditations that you can use to work with different things and different energies, whether it's lunar energies, whether it's recalibrating karmic stuff, whether it's, we have it all. So you have the tools to navigate the stuff that we're dealing with right now, which is, I call it the unseen realm stuff. So in order to work with the stuff that you don't see, you need tools that are also unseen. So we're dealing with the unseen world, but that's the world that's driving us crazy. So you have to get equipped to deal with it right now, because it's all the unseen things that are affecting us, right? So, all right, let's see what's going on. You guys had questions. If you had questions that I didn't answer, type them up again. So keep seeing little white feathers. That's amazing. That's your angels. When you see messages that are repetitive and they are loving and they feel loving, that's definitely your angels. If it's repetitive and loving, that's your angels. The Enlightened One says, I heard when you pick on an energy, if you ask if you're light or dark 3 times, the 3rd time they have to tell you the truth. That is correct. I always say this. I've stated it a lot of times, and I've had to use that myself lately, because we're being very much tricked. So if you're a light worker and you're deep into your work, you may have to use this. So I always ask, are you of the highest truth and light and serving the divine plan? And then listen for an answer. Are you of the highest truth and light serving the divine plan? Listen for an answer. On the 3rd time, are you of the highest truth and light and serving the divine plan? They have to answer. So you have to listen, but whether or not you hear it, if you are asking by universal law, they have to leave. And you have to say, I command you to leave, or now you have to leave, but the stronger you make it, the better. Generally speaking, you are in charge of your energy. So we have to take that charge back. We have to take that power back. We just barely did this too in this kickoff of the Sacred Chakras journey. I took everybody on an astral travel trip to Venus, which was really cool. It was the first time that we did that in the course. It was the first time I did that online, actually. And when we went to Venus, we were helped and aided by the Pleiadians. And here's my timer reminding me that we're at the limit here. We were helped in really declaring our sovereignty and releasing the things that stand in the way, contracts that we may have picked up involuntarily. That is work that is needed right now, you guys. It's all the unseen work that makes all the difference in how you feel. Why do I resist meditation for some reason? Great question. And if you go and look on what I wrote in my page, my information page for the Sacred Chakras Journey course, that's truly one of the symptoms that tell you that you're coming on to your higher power, like you're stepping into it. It's resistance of meditation, because your subconscious knows that if you get in tune with yourself, it's like a part of you knows that if you make that step and if you get in tune with yourself, then holy shit, you're going to find out the truth. And then you really have to let go of some beliefs, and amazing things may happen. And believe it or not, a lot of us have a fear that's a fear of success that's ingrained in us just from the conditioning of the collective. And so it's like, oh my gosh, no, I might feel amazing. Let me not meditate. And it's just kind of a programming that you have to reset. So it's a symptom that you are on the right path. You just have to figure out to overcome it. Okay, so how to connect with the angels. Okay, good question. So since we're at the end and my timer went off, let's do this new moon quick meditation and set some intentions. And then to answer that question about the angels, okay, I asked you guys in my stories to vote. When you connect, when you feel your angels around, do you ask them their name? And 60% of you said, no, you guys have to ask them. You have to at least try. Don't give up trying, okay? So, you are welcome. Awaken to Flow 333 says, holy shit, you're incredible. I needed that so much. Yeah, it's true. Sometimes we also just need somebody to say the things that we're not, that are not sinking, right? So I'm happy to do that. Hi, Stephanie. Oh, hi from Bolivia. Amazing. Yay, love having all of you guys. So we're just about to do this meditation, but yes, remember to always ask your guides and your angels their names, okay? And here's another trick. I think it was the awakened one or the enlightened one that was asking this question earlier. This is another way to know if you're working with an angel or an entity that may not be positive. Ask them their name. If they don't answer you at all, they are not of the light. Anybody that is of the light will actually tell you their name. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to hear it right away, but you may hear something and you know that they said something. Maybe you get the first letter, but then you don't hear the whole thing. Totally normal. Stay at it. At the end of the day, you know, deep inside you guys know it's time. It's time to learn how to function in this higher realms, and you feel it. Even though if you're just at the beginning, it may feel a little weird, but deep inside you're like, yeah, okay, something's going on, right? I gotta like level up. I gotta upgrade my way of functioning. So let's do. And the way that you connect to your angels is literally by developing your intuition, developing your multisensory system, and your intention and your willpower has a lot to do with it. And again, this is part of what I teach you guys what to do, how to do and how to connect in the Sacred Chakras Journey course. So, all right, let's do a quick meditation. Ready? All right, you guys, if you can, put your feet flat on the ground. And get your spine straight. Don't do it if you're driving. You can do this later, in the replay. Okay, so take a moment to take a deep breath in and exhale, and inhale again Hold this breath in. Hold it. Squeeze your energy upwards, focusing from the bottom of your spine, squeezing your energy up to the top of your head, to your crown chakra. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. Hold. And squeeze your energy up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze through all of your chakras. This is very recalibrating and very resetting. And exhale. Now keep your eyes closed and turn your gaze inwards and upwards, looking at your third eye point. This activates your intuition. It kind of feels a little funny, but this activates your intuition, okay? And then we're going to take a deep breath in, and we're going to bring our awareness into our heart. So breathe in. And bring your breath into your heart. Feel your heartbeat. And exhale. Inhale. And now go down with your breath and breathe all the way down to your feet. Bring your awareness to your feet. And imagine that your feet are locking on to the light grid, the 5D light grid that is on top of the planet. And you're standing on top of the planet. And just keep breathing here. Feeling that connection with the chakras underneath the bottom of your feet. Feeling that connection with the earth and with the 5D, so with the new earth energy, with the new earth frequency. This is what you want to connect with when you ground. You don't want to connect with the old 3D earth and the chaos that stays with 3D, okay? So you want to be here. And then breathe in again and bring your awareness back to your heart. And I like to put my hands on my heart and actually feel physically my heartbeat because it helps me. And then think of it as though you're really feeling your heartbeat. Get in tune with yourself. Everything is connected from your heart chakra. So from this place, take a moment to breathe in and then set an intention with this new moon to recalibrate. Set an intention to release what needs to go. Karmic ties, old contracts, anything that needs to be released, old belief systems, old habits, old patterns. Release, release, release. And then take a moment to set an intention for how you'd like to feel for this new moon cycle. You want to feel, and maybe it's just a feeling, or maybe you're actually wanting to call something in. So maybe you want to call something into your life, okay? Like a situation or a person or a thing or whatever it is. But tell you what, the best thing that you can do is set an intention for a feeling, because feelings will bring the things into your life, right? So set an intention for how you want to feel. Abundant, loved, empowered. Filled to the brim with inspiration, connected, healthy, positive, vibrant, you name it. Bring in all the good feelings, all the good intention. Doesn't that feel so much better? And then you breathe and you come back, and this is just very quick. Generally, you guys, I take up to an hour doing this process, really feeling it. But just doing that little bit, doesn't that feel so much better? So if you can, tonight, take some time to write out some intentions. Writing is like magic. It's writing things out really makes a difference. And it's like the little black book of magic. That's really what it is. It's like you write things down, and then with your intention, you power them and things start happening. So take a moment, even if it's just like this. See, it doesn't have to be complicated, but take some time to do it. All right. Okay. Hey, love, I've been experiencing a lot of energy around me, especially at night. Yes, lots of white light and orbs floating around. Jessie, that is exactly what's happening right now. We're receiving a lot of codes. So if you just tuned in, make sure you catch the beginning of this because we have been talking about it. So connect to others. Yes. Show them their unique gifts. Bring their gifts to the communal table. Yes, absolutely. Betsy. Oh, good. That felt awesome. I'm so glad that you guys joined me. That was really quick, but when we do this together and we truly get connected and we feel our intentions, when we come together as a collective group, so much more powerful. So I hope you guys connect with each other, everybody that said where they were from on the feed, and find people that understand you. It's so important because the more you raise your vibe, the smaller the tribe gets, generally speaking, but I'm here to change that. We want a big tribe that vibes high. So that's one of my goals. That's one of my intentions, you guys. All right. Pumped about the new codes. Yes. Integrate them. Find a way to integrate them. Spend time meditating. I love you guys so much. I'm so excited that I get to share little pieces of my soul with you every Monday. So you'll find me here every Monday right around 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Time works differently for me, you guys, so I'm rarely on time, but it's right around there, right? I make it work. So, and then check out the course, The Sacred Chakras Journey. I would love to have you, those of you that are ready to check it out in it. It's called The Sacred Chakras Journey. Develop your intuition and create your world. So it's very much a manifesting from higher realms course. It's really cool. So if you feel drawn to it, go check it out, www.moonbabetribe.com, and then click on Sacred Chakras Journey. You can also click the link in my bio. And if you have any questions, message me. We have an amazing Facebook group where we stay connected, and I answer personally all your questions daily. So it's like having me in there guiding you. It's like the next best thing to doing personal sessions with me one-on-one. So I hope to see you. Yes, Gary, you are. I love that all you guys are. Okay, love you guys so much. Have a beautiful week. Remember to write down your intentions. Mwah. I'll see you guys soon.